Hi, hello, my friends. It's Christy with 4am Junk Journals. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. And welcome back to what is effectively week 19 of the hashtag On the Case 2024 challenge, specifically the case of who killed Gilbert McCabe. We are trying to discover who did kill Gilbert McCabe and solve this mystery. And we are returning after what has been kind of an unexpected, unplanned, unannounced break in our game or our case, in which I was just in kind of a bad headspace. I didn't have the mental capacity or the emotional capacity to keep up with this for the last couple of months. So I kind of had to just let it go. I had to prioritize, and in this case, I had to prioritize my mental health. But we are back, and we are back with what we are terming renewed efforts, which is the title of this week's update. Again, it is week 19 or day 19 in game time. And we did skip several days or several weeks, but that's okay. So now we're going to hear from Detective Adrian Nightshade to kind of see where we're at. Hello, detectives. Today marks day 19 of our investigation into the murder of Gilbert McCabe. I want to start by thanking you all for your patience and dedication to this complex and challenging case. Over the past few weeks, we've gathered a significant amount of information, but it's become clear that we need to streamline our efforts to avoid being overwhelmed. After careful consideration and new evidence coming to light, we are narrowing our focus to a core group of individuals directly connected to the case. This will help us move forward more effectively and bring justice to Gilbert McCabe and Beatrice Crone, who was also recently murdered. Our primary suspects now include Marcus Blackthorne, who you will remember is the owner and curator of the Ravenwood Library. Marcus is also the one who found Gilbert's body on the night of the murder, and there have been a few inconsistencies in Marcus's story. Evelyn Marsh. Evelyn Marsh is the head librarian of Ravenwood Library. She didn't like Gilbert very much, and there could be some possible motives related to his success and what she deemed his disruption of the library's atmosphere. William Turner. William Turner is the custodian of Ravenwood Library. He not only had access to the crime scene, but he also had some tensions with Gilbert regarding Gilbert's kind of rejection of William's ailing child. Eleanor Sinclair. Eleanor Sinclair is Gilbert's former editor. They split their business relationship some time ago, and there could have been some lingering tensions related to the loss of significant money in the loss of such a successful client. Nora Thompson. Nora Thompson was a town resident, local busybody, who was out walking her dog, Mr. Whiskers, in the midst of a violent thunderstorm around the time of the murder. She claims to have seen a shadowy figure near the oak tree just outside the library around that same time that night. Oliver Grimm. Oliver Grimm is a local resident. He is a huge, devoted fan of Gilbert McCabe, and his connection to the case remains unclear. Isabella Moonshade. Isabella Moonshade is a local mystic, an aspiring paranormal scientist, so to speak, or paranormal. She's very into those things. She has recently worked on a new book with Gilbert, in which he was kind of delving into that area a little bit. Beatrice Crone was the friend of the family who raised Gilbert and Henry following the tragic deaths of their parents and younger sister. Beatrice was also recently murdered following kind of an investigation into her, because one of her very distinct, expensive earrings was found under the oak tree where the shadowy figure was said to have been seen. Henry McCabe. Henry McCabe is Gilbert's younger brother. He is a successful attorney and may potentially have motivations related to money or some problems that he was having with Gilbert, which was causing them not to speak for quite some time. They did not have a close relationship and were not in contact. There has also been some speculation that Henry may have had a romantic relationship with Gilbert's wife, Margaret. Margaret McCabe is, as I said, Gilbert's wife. And we always look towards the spouse in these situations, and there is a possibility that she had some motivations related to money or her standing in Gilbert's will. Victoria Ravenwood. Victoria Ravenwood is the last of the Ravenwood line, which was one of the founding families, or the major founding family of Ravenwood, Georgia. Victoria and Gilbert had an intimate relationship as teenagers, resulting in a pregnancy. It was said that the baby had died shortly after birth. And Victoria and Gilbert, of course, did not stay together. And it turns out, in reality, the baby did not die, but was kind of spirited away by Beatrice Crone and Anastasia Ravenwood, Victoria's mother. And so there is a lot of secrecy and tension related to that. Victoria and Gilbert are still kind of in the dark in terms of what happened to the child. And so there was a lot of secrecy going on. Dr. Astor Bones. Dr. Bones is a physician from Switzerland who appeared in Ravenwood following Gilbert's death, claiming to be Gilbert and Victoria's child. He says that he is their son. He has been raised in Switzerland. We do not know much about that situation at all. We don't know who raised him or, what that was like. And we do not yet have any clear evidence that Dr. Bones is actually their child, other than his own claim. In the course of the investigation, we discovered Beatrice Crone's diary hidden in a secret compartment in her home office. This diary has highlighted crucial information about the relationships and tensions within the McCabe and Ravenwood families. This includes details that may point to hidden motives and secret meetings, shedding light on the complex dynamics that could have led to these tragic events. Excerpts from this diary will soon be made available to the detectives in our regular update platform, meaning our Facebook group. In addition, we are investigating the claim by Dr. Astor Bones from Switzerland, claiming to be Gilbert and Victoria Ravenwood's child. While this claim needs further verification, it has brought significant attention to this aspect of our case. As we move forward, I urge anyone with additional information to come forward. Every piece of information, no matter how small, could be crucial in solving this case. Thank you for your continued dedication. Let's get back on track and let's solve this mystery together.